So this is the same orchard from Gümüşoluk, and this orchard actually suffers from an interesting pest. They're like mites. I think they're diphtheria, but I am not sure. Like you gotta need a microscopic investigation on this because they are quite small. But they are like aphids, I think, and they cause like this sugary content coming out of the leaves, which I think they damage the leaf, and then like the stuff like flow, that sugary content is coming out of the leaves because of the damage. And as you can see, they're quite everywhere, so they infested the orchard. Like this is a very infested leaf, you can see. So the problem with this orchard is that in other neighboring orchards there is no sign of this kind of epidemic. So, and in the other orchards we have like 2 other orchards, they suffer from the same problem. So we figured that the pesticide application was actually causing this. Like this is a clean leaf, but it's still like shining because of the sugary content coming out of it. And it has been like this for like 2 months or something. And in the other orchards you cannot observe the same amount of mite in these orchards as in this orchard. So according to the pesticide application, I am assuming that there was a problem with it, and it caused an epidemic, and it needs to be investigated in terms of like pesticide application, or some like case study, or like in Google Scholar, or like the FAO's reports on pesticide applications. But the symptoms are like this, and in the hazelnut leaves they are like shiny and they excrete some sugary content, and under the leaves, not on top of the leaves, you can see the mites, or like the invading pests in here. And as you can see, they heavily infect the hazelnut husks as well. So this is a big problem in the yield and the actual efficiency of the leaves. So in terms of like yield, this is definitely going to hit. And since there was a drought stress for like 2 months, there hasn't been a rain, and I'm assuming that this crop load will be heavily reduced due to drought and to these mites. So this year's yield is going to be low. And as you can see, the infamous powdery mildew leaves, they're still here, but I think we applied the panconazole fungicide or something, so they're under control. But as you can see, we can still observe the powdery mildew. It is Eriphaceae corsilarum and the Fictatina guttatum, I think. The 2 strains are infecting the hazelnut orchards. And as you can see, the main problem right now is that these shiny leaves and the mites, so they require some investigation.